everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
My name's Olive, and this is my dad, Mike.
We're really excited to show you and review something that it came out a while ago, apparently. I didn't know, but I just got the email about it like 2 weeks ago that this was an option. And so we downloaded it, we put it on some phones, we played around with it for about a week, and we're ready to review it. And it is called
Spotify Kids.
Spotify Kids. Spotify Kids is now a separate app completely. If you have a Spotify account, if you have you have a family plan, it's free. You can add a kid's account to it. And it's just like Spotify, but it's just for kids. And so they said, and I didn't believe it when they sent me the email, that they like specifically curated these songs for kids. And what that usually means to me is, oh, we don't put any song on there that says explicit, that has the parental advisory sticker on it. But I was also very wary of, like, did they really do that? Because I'm a big thing of, okay, yeah, you can listen to a song that might not have curse words in it, but the content of it is still way too inappropriate for a kid. So we'll get into that. But my first thought was that it wasn't going to work. And now I'm a believer for sure in Spotify Kids. So we'll go over a lot of the features. But so this phone right here is an old phone that doesn't have cell service or anything like that. It just is on airplane mode with Wi-Fi. And we let Olive use it every once in a while. If she wants to watch a movie, if we're on a trip, or if she's at her grandparents' house and she wants to text us that her grandma's feeding her too much food.
I never text you that.
Yeah, because you are fine with her feeding you too much food.
So good. It's good.
Okay.
But I don't have too much.
So anyway, so we were able to put Spotify Kids on Olive's, the phone that she uses, and then I'm able to put it on my phone, and you can track everything they're doing. So I know exactly what song she's listening to, what she's doing. I'm going to show you some of the screens that it is, so you're going to see this is exactly me going through Spotify Kids. And so you get to set up an account with your child's name, and you get to choose between a 0 to 6-year-old or a 5 to 12-year-old. I chose 5 to 12 because Olive's 8, and I don't know what 4-year-old has a phone that you need to set this up for them. I get the concept that all the 0 to 5-year-old ones are like lullabies and Disney songs and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily know why you need a separate app, because the kids aren't going to be using it themselves. I don't know. But anyway, so for 5 to 12-year-olds, there's more songs on it. There's pop songs, there's top hits. And so
Taylor Swift.
You go and you create your account. You get to choose an avatar. There's all these different little characters, and they dance.
I can show you them.
I know, we're showing them right now on the screen. You can't see it, but it's edited later. And so there's different kinds of fun cartoon characters and everything, and they wave to you and they jump up and down. The first person I saw on here was Billie Eilish, and I was like, I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't know Billie Eilish that well, but
I don't listen to any of those.
Yeah, but so I looked through that, and then I started doing searches of my own to see, hey, are there any inappropriate artists? So I typed in Eminem. I thought, oh, does Eminem pop up? Nope, not at all. He does not exist in the world of Spotify Kids. Two Live Crew, that's obviously going really far back there. Nope, they don't exist. Pantera doesn't exist. None of these exist at all. So you're just safe there. There's not going to be a song from any of those really inappropriate musicians, which is fine to listen to when you're old enough, but it's really nice to have it on Spotify Kids that they're just not there. But then I did another test. This is always my test on whether or not something is explicit or not, is the song Candyman by Christina Aguilera. So the reason I always look this up is because I do videos for a dance recital every year, and for lots of these years, they would play this song Candyman by Christina Aguilera. And when you just listen to it, it seems fine. There's no curse words in it whatsoever. And it seems very innocent, but to the trained ear, you will listen to it, and there's some incredibly inappropriate uh, metaphors that they use, and it's so terrible, especially when you're videotaping a bunch of like 6-year-old girls dancing, and this is the song that's playing. So I did a search for Christina Aguilera's Candyman, and it doesn't come up. In fact, almost no song from Christina Aguilera comes up at all. Only like her Christmas music. No Genie in a Bottle, no nothing. So they passed my test. They passed my, oh, is this vulgar or is it inappropriate? And they passed it. So I was impressed with that. And then I went to like their top hits and everything, and there were a lot of songs in there that are really popular right now that don't have any vulgarity. And this is my next test. This is the thing that I'm really excited with Spotify Kids is every year I'm responsible for playing music at a conference, and the conference is run by an organization that you're not going to play inappropriate music. It's just not going to be like that. And so it's incredibly hard every single year to find popular music to play at this conference without curse words. And every single year, like I'll look through the top 100 songs and I get about 15 of them that are appropriate. And then you have to listen to them all to make sure that it's like that Candyman song and that it's not just vulgar. And look, they've already done the work for me. I don't have to do that anymore. That's great. I can go to the top hits, I can press play, and I can know that all these songs are going to be appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah. I've talked a lot. Tell me about your experience with Spotify Kids.
I have lots of favorites.
Yeah.
I listen to lots of songs.
Do you like being able to control your own music choice?
Yes, definitely.
Because most of the time it's just me saying, playing it off of my phone and just saying, yes, we can listen to this song, or no, we can't.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of this already. I think the only thing that we had when we were kids was that little sticker on the bottom that said explicit material, and it was incredibly well known. They went Senate hearings with Tipper Gore and all this kind of stuff to try to figure this out. And now, yes, Spotify is doing the work for like, let me make sure to understand that. Yeah, as a parent, you still have to modify. You still have to like make sure you understand what your kids are listening to. But Spotify has done a very good job of curating and just making sure that an 8-year-old doesn't hear some of these songs. Because some of my biggest worry is like we'll listen to something and then it will change over to another artist or something, and I may have never heard of them and don't know what that's going to be.
This is also one thing I always hate. This is also one thing I'm very happy. So there's no correspondence, and every time you have a song on that has a bad word in it, I always get mad at you. Always. And you know that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it has a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously some of the biggest, most popular things on this are Disney. Like there are tons of Disney hits. All those. Taylor Swift. She really likes Katy Perry.
I thought they were the same person.
But as anybody could tell, there's about 50-50 chance on a Katy Perry song on whether or not it's going to be appropriate or not, and if she's going to have those double entendres in there, or they're going to play a song. And all that's gone. You just have the really big hit ones that aren't inappropriate, like Firework and Roar and all that kind of stuff.
This is one thing I don't like.
Oh yeah, say what you don't
There was only one type of song that I cannot listen to because I haven't seen the movie.
Oh.
Trolls World Tour.
Yeah, so they have all the new songs from all the new movies and everything.
Whenever I go to Trolls, there's always the like 2 songs from Trolls World Tour, and I always have to be like, nope, I'm not going near that one. And I'm just so worried that I'm going to listen to it, and then I'm going to be bored whenever we see the movie because I've already listened to that song.
Sure. So the only thing I don't like about it is that it's just it's simplified for kids for sure, but it's not exactly the same as Spotify, and so sometimes I try to do something and I think it should work, but it doesn't. Or like pull up a full album or something like that, you can't see. Like, you just got to modify the way you do searches. But that's a very small nitpick. What's her grade?
10.
10?
It's also very creepy that you're watching me.
Well, yeah. I don't have to. I mean, I'm not specifically. I trust you, especially after now spending a little bit of time with the app. I know that it doesn't really matter what she's listening to because it's not going to be inappropriate. So I don't really have to go in there and look at what you're doing. I'll probably stop now that the review's over. My aspect of that was just to be able to tell parents that, hey, you're able to do that. So yeah. So you gave it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9. It might go up to a 10 eventually, but I don't know if I've used it enough to give it a 10. But that's a great score. A 10 from a kid and a 9 from a parent who actually cares about these things. So yeah, good job, Spotify. Nice work. This is a very, very useful app. It's
like the funny
free
characters.
if you're already a Spotify family plan. And so yeah, I'd recommend it highly. Download it.
Please.
All right. That's all from us. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Reviews Spotify Kids. See you next time.